Okay. Q's and A's. I know the community doesn't know who I am, but just because um we were not wasn't really a public, like, we had a public server. It was mostly a sniper server. We had headshots only, no body shots. So if you try to aim at the body, it will say miss. We had a tons of plugins back in the day. I wish I could have record and live stream back in the day, and I will show you guys how much fun we had back in the day. Sniper was a competitive thing for years and years. Um, we went against other clans like NWA, and NSA, HS. Uh, Man, so many. It's hard to remember all of them. They were all sniper clans just like us. Um, we were CGO. Some of you may know who we are. Some of you don't know who we are. We were CGO since we're Champion Gaming League. We did have a little bit bad reputation because again we were young, we were ego, but um, I was one of the top players in the game. We didn't play much in public like the community servers because we had our own. We felt safe because I had like 500 servers I was banned on. Like, for example, if you look right here, Black Wonder, maybe some of you know who they are. I was like about 16, 17 years old. Sometimes I go on the server and I just snipe, play for fun. I was sweating my ass out just to be an ego. I never talked. Um, I never talk in public servers because I just usually keep to myself, and I I'll wait for people to hit the report button. They vote kick or vote report, and that shit is funny. I wish I had a good computer and internet, and to this day I would have shown it all. It was great. But if you look on the screen, the proof. I was very young. Sorry for the spelling. Um, Maybe some of you haven't heard this guy, Admin Kirk. Um, Maybe some of you haven't. He's old school like me. Last time I heard, he was retired. He doesn't play, and he's the one that banned me. I was Yatsuko, CGL Yatsuko, CGL Zek Nick, CGL Zach. If you ever recognize any of those names, that's who I am. You probably haven't because most of you are probably new to TF2. But again, if you recognize CGL, leave a comment. Um, I guess I'll give you guys some answers. Like, why did I become a sniper on TF2? Because I always liked sniper when I was young. Every game that was shooters, I played sniper, like Battlefield, Call of Duty, any competitive like shooting games. I was always sniping. When I first played TF2 back in 2008, I was addicted to it. Um, and I was playing sniper. The first thing I chose was sniper. I was like you guys once noobs and stuff like that because I didn't know much about sniper. What I first thing I did was hard scope, let the bar charge, and and pretty much did what everybody else did. Um, then I found some sniper servers. I was like, man, I like sniper so much. I wonder if there's any servers that has sniper. And the first thing I encountered was CGL, and I wasn't and I think that was 2015 when counter CGL, and I think I countered them before in the past because the owner of CGL recognized my voice. I couldn't remember much, so we talked and stuff like that, and I got into CGL. And also, here's another. I'll put something else on the screen in a second. You can get into CGL. It was a professional. Well, I wouldn't probably say professional because of how our ego was and toxic we was. But again, we did had haters because of them. Um, Now the whole thing about behind the story about Red Bean, aka the owner of the clan, I wasn't around all that stuff, but when I was in CGL, the other clans and shit, they were pretty toxic. They were kids like us. We were young. I was younger. Um, and I was playing TF2 full time, even though I was a kid, and we just sniped 24/7 on our server. Um, and when I wish we could bring more people in back then, even though the server was public, but it was rare for normal players to come in there because when they do go in there, it's not noob friendly. We were fucking people up because it was headshots only. The blacklisted weapons was the bow that was blacklisted, and I think the bow was just only one. Oh, yeah, the bow was only. Everything else was you just couldn't body shot. I don't remember any other snipers that you can just hold and body shot people because you couldn't body shot people in our server. It was headshots only, and that's what made it competitive. That's how we were so good back then because we played that 24/7, and that's why I was been banned over the years. And here's again here's the proof why I was banned. And some people were defending me and stuff in Black Wonder in the discussion. And here's I'm gonna put up the CGL group and stuff how it looks, and maybe you recognize it. Um, we've been through a lot over the years with TF2. Like the sniper's been nerfed like 6+ times. Sniper had used to be able to jump and shoot at the same time. Like when you scope in, you can shoot and jump and scope back in. It was an exploit, but they fixed it. Personally, none of us had issues with it, but of course the casuals did because we're competitive. We know how to handle it, so they had to fix it. Um, so that was sucks for us. The other issue we had that was sucks is the scope. The scope was a lot quicker back then. It's kind of like the old Modern Warfare scope speed, where it's just like scope an instant and scope back out. Like it was fast. That's been nerfed, so it has a little delay now, sadly, when you scope in. Uh Also back then, TF2 was actually downgraded to this day. Like TF2 looked a little better back then. Uh and everything was downgraded. Like when you kill an enemy, they drop their gun on the ground. You can pick up their gun as ammo. You don't actually use it. It will refill your gun up. They had physics and stuff too. So if you use a rocket launcher, you shoot the ground with the guns and stuff, they'll fly around. So TF2 was unoptimized, I guess, but it was cool and it sucks they downgraded. It looked better. If you look on YouTube, comparison, TF2 comparison graphics. I'm pretty sure there's a video out there. You'll see the difference besides TF2 now and the old TF2. And you'll be like, really? They removed all that? But I get it because all of us back in had shitty internet, like shitty computers and internet and stuff like that. But if you go find that video, you'll see how surprised and how much TF2 changed. If you are a veteran, obviously you know. Um, we retired at 2021 or 2022 because we were just getting sick of the changes. The game was getting too old. Uh, all the members are finally like starting to leave the game now, so we decided to be like, okay, I guess we're done. We're shutting down the groups. We still got the public group up there, so but we had a lot more people. We had like 1,000 people, over 1,000 in the public group. We had a lot of scrims. We had different type of groups. We had scrim teams, so you have to have it's a ST one. So if you're in ST, you can scrim other people. And if you're a recruit, you're like the recruiting area. Well, different tags too. And Discord was not a thing back then. Um, I think we started Discord in 2015. But when we started our Discord, yeah, we didn't really use it as much because we thought it was like, man, what's the point of this? Or, and we didn't care for Discord as much because we just use in-game mic. And yeah, we shut down the server, we shut down the clan. After that, everybody been doing their own thing, and we had members that never been online for years. Like, we don't know what happened to them. We don't know if they passed away. They were like, we had a lot of youngins in our, clan, and of course, older people too. Obviously, we know about the older people. They got life, they got other shit to do, but we don't know what happened to the kids in that time. Like, they never came back online. I don't know. Maybe they got hacked. Steam, back in the day, Steam was easy to get hacked. Um, Obviously, if you click on a link or somebody add you, or you click something, you get locked out and you're fucked. We don't know what happened to those people. They haven't been on for years, but some of them we still contact them just for the hell of it. Yeah, it was fun. We had multiple servers. We had one for sniper only. We had another one that most of you guys like to do is soldier, rocket jump into the air and shoot people. Well, we made another server just for fun where we turn on low gravity, we turn on crits, and shoot us in the air. We don't shoot each other on the ground. What's more fun is that everybody goes in the air and start trying to kill each other in the air with the rocket jump. So those were fun over the years. And I was trained to be a good sniper by the owner. He trained a lot of good people. So if you watch the scrims that I put in the description, all those guys you watch was trained by the owner. He was the oldest one in the group. He's the owner. Yeah, he was the oldest one. Um, some of us was old, some of us was young, and we just snipe. Wake up, get on TF2, and just go on their server and snipe. We had tournaments, we had scrims. When we did tournaments, the owner was giving away Steam cards and or an item, and I was always like winning in a tournament because I was like the one of the top best sniper in the group. And so every time there's a tournament, our own clan members does not want me in until I decide not to be in because I was suspicious of our members. He was cheating, but the owner didn't want to believe it until way later. So I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. One of our members we know for years, and and the owner knows him more than I have. And he was starting to headshot Ensign. He started all of a sudden being good, and we always beat his ass, and all of a sudden he just started winning. So that made it more suspicious. Then how we found out that he was cheating is his roommate. I guess they got in an argument. His roommate went on his computer and saw all the hack stuff from CS:GO. I could possibly find it. If I do, it will be on the screen. I'm not gonna say his name though, because I don't want no hate and shit. Because he's still around playing TF2. He does have his Twitch stuff as well. We see him recently playing Twitch. He doesn't remember who the fuck you are. Either he's full of shit or he just don't remember. Um, yeah. So TF2 was a good game. It was the best free to play game when it came free to play. It was no payment, everything you can earn besides obviously unusuals and shit. But there were no, most of the games were free that had a paywall behind. I think TF2 was the only one that didn't have pay to win to it. Everything was just cosmetic, and that was great about TF2. But yeah, um, I became a competitive sniper. Of course, obviously, we didn't play the official one because we didn't want to. We were mainly snipers versus snipers. That was the competitive side to it. You can agree it or you don't have to agree. It's up to you. But to us, that was competitive to us. And you, as you see these videos I have been sending you guys showing you how to play, you can see those are competitive play styles. Um, yeah, and I'm retired. I wish we could go back to TF2 days, but it's just too late. Everybody's done. Everybody's gotten old. Everybody's got sick of the game because of the changes what they did to the sniper. Like I said, they changed the sniper so many times that we're just got sick of it because the hitbox as well. What's killed it for us is damn hitbox. Every time you shoot somebody in the head, it just shows blood in their face because that's how bad a hitbox is. So we got sick of it. We're done with it. But uh I wish I could show you guys this sooner years ago, but again, we had bad computers, we had bad internet. We luckily we had somebody could record us in the scrims, but he wasn't playing the scrims. Obviously, he was spectating. Um, yeah, it was rare days. We were hoping TF3 was a thing eventually, but it was never a thing. Because if TF3 was a thing, we'll go back to TF again. We'll have CGL back on our market again. We had merch. We had people bought merch, and they were fans of us and shit like that. Obviously, we weren't that known because you guys would have heard of us, but it was a private, sort of private thing, even though it's public for the servers and the groups and stuff. And I'll put everything on the screen, how it worked and what we had and how much I can and the cheating stuff I was banned on, all that stuff will be on the screen. But that's how I got into TF2. I was like about 10, 11 years old, maybe younger. 2008 when I start no 2007 when I started TF2. I'm like 30 years old now, so you can do that math yourself, add the age yourself. Yeah. So that's about it. That's how my story of how I played, how I got into TF2 and stuff. And leave a comment, tell me how you guys like this side of your TF2 career and what you think if you heard of us or anything. We'd like to know, and um, I'll put everything on the screen so you guys see what the stuff we did in the past, what the troublemaker I made. But again, nobody was cheating until we found that one cheater. But I wish I had those 500 server blacklisted again. I would have put that on the screen and show you guys every server in the community hated me because they thought I was cheating, and I wasn't. And it was crazy that the Black Wonder, some of you may know, Kirk, I will put on the screen. I play there sometimes, and all of a sudden, he was sniping, I was sniping, I kept killing him. I guess he thought I was cheating, so he banned me. So when I was young, obviously I went off on him. I'm professional shit. We were kids, and I'll put everything up there on the screen. And yeah, that's it.